Hello and welcome to a new video, and today is still day number 4 of our cruise with the Mein Schiff Herz. It is the afternoon of day 4. We are still on the island of Terceira, on the island group of the Azores, and we are on our way to our second hike of the day. In the morning, and that was the last video, we were hiking on the Passagem das Bestas, and our next destination was a hike called Misterios Negros, which you can translate to Black Mysteries, and the name refers to the lava fields, of course black lava fields, that we are gonna go hike through. First it was a coach ride of about 40 to 45 minutes. We went even a bit further than in the morning to the western part of the island in a very small bus with a very tight seat pitch, but that doesn't matter as you're just there for a short time and there is so much nice nature to enjoy, so that I do not really care about the seat pitch in a bus. And here we are already arriving at the start of our second hike of the day. TUI Cruises was asking us multiple times if we are sure that we want to book 2 difficult hikes in one day, but in my opinion a hike is the best way to explore an island like Terceira, which is famous for the nature, and so we gave it a try and booked 2 hikes at the same day. And immediately, just a few minutes after starting the hike, I knew that it was a good decision because the nature and the landscape was completely different. As you can see, it was like being on a completely different island. First, I was a bit worried that the 2 hikes might be more or less the same, but that was absolutely not the case. As you can see, the landscape is completely different kinds of flowers, and also the path itself was very different. There were less steep parts than at the Passagem das Bestas, but the way itself was very difficult with a lot of climbing, high steps, and it was very uneven. So this hike is really only for fit people that really enjoy hiking and have done 1 or 2 hikes before. So this is not an excursion. To start with hiking, you need to have a bit of experience. So once again, if you're booking a cruise with TUI Cruises, make sure to read the description of the excursion, and if they say it's an active and difficult excursion, it actually is an active and difficult excursion. What I really loved about this part of the islands are those trees that have 3 different colors. I've never seen a tree that is bright orange, green and yellow at the same time. That was very interesting to see. And also, one little tip for your hike: do not wear white shoes. The ways can be very muddy on the Azores. There's a lot of rain. The weather changes very, very fast on these islands. So even if you're starting at the ship with a lot of sunshine and the blue sky, it's possible that it will rain throughout the hike. So make sure to bring the right clothing and do not wear white shoes, unless you want to get rid of them anyway. They try to put wooden planks on parts that are extremely muddy, but as you can see here, there are always some parts in between where shoes get dirty. So if you fly there, I know bringing hiking shoes is a lot of extra weight in the luggage and can be difficult at the airport, but it is well worth bringing some hiking shoes if you're going to the Azores. And my top tip for this problem is just put your regular shoes in the luggage and wear hiking shoes at the airport. It might look a bit strange and maybe you have to take them off at the security check, but still you will save a lot of weight in your luggage. And here you can see the part why it is called Misterios, why it's called Mysterious. The forests we were walking through looked like straight out of a Harry Potter movie, Forbidden Forest or something. They could be out of a movie. Very, very mysterious. And then we arrived at the lava fields, and there it was really difficult. There was a lot of climbing involved, high steps, and you see the way yourself, so this is not easy. But well worth being in such an incredible nature. And it's also the perfect contrast to a calm and relaxing cruise. And then if you are leaving the ship doing something active, in my opinion, is a perfect combination. And this is our way through the lava fields. As you can see, all the rocks are black, and that is why this way is called the Black Mysteries. And also you can see how much climbing was involved here. So once again, make sure to check the description of the excursion and do a good self-evaluation and just book an excursion where you're sure that you're gonna make it. This excursion, it actually happened that we divided into two groups. We had the fast group and the slower group, because not everybody was on the same level and had the same speed. And that meant that we had to wait for quite some time at one point till the second group catched up with us. And of course that can always happen with a group hike. So to avoid this, make sure to really read the description of the excursion, and if it says it is difficult and a very active and very difficult excursion, then only book it if you can manage a way like the one that you're seeing here in this video. Meanwhile, we arrived at the top of the mountain. The lava field is now behind us. That was the most difficult part of the hike, and now it is much easier. Also, if you're going to the island on your own, not with a group, you can also do these hikes, because the Azores have a very nice hiking infrastructure. So even if the way looks like this and you can barely see that it is a hiking path, there are always signs that will guide your way. So there's, for example, on this hike there was a red and yellow mark on the trees that shows the direction. So of course you do not have to come here by cruise ship, you can just also simply take a plane. To some islands there are direct flights from mainland Europe, at least from Portugal there are flights to almost every island, and if not, you can also fly to the main island, São Miguel, and then just change to a smaller plane and fly to all of the other islands. And then we arrived back at the bus that brought us back to the ship. We drove straight past the entrance of the Passagem das Bestas, where we had been in the morning, and then we arrived back at our beautiful Mein Schiff Herz, soon to be Marella Voyager. And after a shower, we went to the sun deck to watch the sail away, and this time we could even listen to the ship's horn. After that we went to the Schau Bar, which is a bar that has a very nice outer area very close to the water, and there we kept watching the sail away out of the port of Praia da Vitória. Leaving the port was pretty simple. The ship was already turned in the morning, so we just had to go straight on, leave the port, and then we could head to the next destination of our cruise. As you know, we were heading to two different islands. Terceira was the first one, and tomorrow we will be in São Miguel, the main island of the Azores. Of course, this will be the topic of the next video. And with the passing of the lighthouse, we left Terceira. It was a very, very beautiful experience to be on this island. If you have the chance to get there somehow, do it. It is absolutely worth visiting, one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen. And for sure I will be back on the Azores and probably also on Terceira, because there are way more hikes. We just saw two of them, but there are many hikes on this island. And then it was time for the dinner. We went to the Atlantic Classic, and that is what the food looked like. As always, very nice food, it was very tasty. And after dinner we thought today we deserved a good glass of wine. That's why we headed to Wein und Wahrheit, and there you have a huge selection of wines. You do have to pay for them, but their selection is just amazing with a lot of good wines. And that's how we spent the evening, and therefore that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider to comment, like, subscribe or share the video link. Hope to see you in the next video. Here you can see when the next video will be uploaded and also the name of the song.